Yo, what's up guys, it is Seahawks Area back with another video, and today is my Week 7 NFL recap. Every game besides the 2 Monday games are over, and hopefully, just maybe I'll remember about the Monday games this week, we'll see. But we will start with the Thursday game, and I was right about a lot of this game, to my knowledge at least. The Broncos they annihilate the Saints. They got 7 points in garbage time. So, in realistic terms, I guess, it was 33-3. The Broncos just kicked their ass all game long. To be fair, the Saints had like 1,000 injuries, but that ain't the Broncos' problem. Bo Nix, he didn't really have to do much. Javonte Williams had an amazing game. I was right about Troy Franklin, though. I said he would go off this game, and he did. Lucas Krull had a nice game, and Courtland Sutton didn't even have a target. Okay. Estime lost a fumble, and Quan Alexander and Cody Barton picked up a fumble. Barton's fumble went to the end zone. He had 2 fumble return touchdowns, but one of them was called back, but one of them was like a 60-plus yard return, so good job to you. Justin Strand with 9 tackles and a sack. McMillan and also Barton with a sack for Benito, half a sack for Allen, a sack for JFM, half a sack for Jonah Ellis, 6 total sacks on the game, no picks, 15 points for Will Lutz, 3 punts for Riley Dixon. Will Lutz and Sean Payton revenge game. Good job. Now for the Saints, there's nothing really to go over. Rattler couldn't do like anything with how the Saints offense was. Jake Haener came in at the end and I guess did that, so there we go. Kamara was 7 carries for 10 yards. What the hell? Alright. Kendre Miller, whoever that is, led the guys with 36 rushing yards. Cedric Wilson, I'm sure most of this was garbage time. Same with Tipton. 2 lost fumbles for Rattler, and Willie Gay picked up a fumble. Jordan Howden with 8 tackles, and they didn't get a sack. And also, our boy Paulson Adebo carted off with a nasty leg injury. I'm hoping he's alright. No interceptions. 4 points for Blake Gruppy and 6 punts for Hayball. Alright, the Jaguars are allowed to come back to America. They beat the Patriots 32-16. Now Drake May, he's looking good out there. He's balling. Behind that crappy Patriots O-line, he led the team in rushing. This rushing was mid, as all could be. Hunter Henry had a nice day. Hasty with a touchdown reception. KJ Osborne with a touchdown. And Jalen Polk is just being a cancer head ass on social media, thinking he was already gonna like request a trade. He posted like the peace sign with 2 dots on his Instagram story after I guess Gerard Mayo called him out for his dropping. Dude, you're a rookie. You shouldn't be acting like that. Calm your ass down. That's what I gotta say, I guess. No fumbles. Duggar with 11 tackles. And not 1 sack. No interceptions. 4 points for Sly. 4 punts for Behringer. And now the Jags. Trevor Lawrence. He's looking better. Only 5 incompletions. 193, a touchdown. I think we can all come to an agreement that Tank Bigsby is the starter in Jacksonville. No questions asked. Brian Thomas went off. Evan Ingram had a nice day. No fumbles. Devin Lloyd and Ventrell Miller 10 plus tackles each. A sack for Lloyd. A sack for Trayvon Walker. Nice. No interceptions. Cam Little with 6 points. Parker Washington had a 96-yard punt return touchdown. Congrats to him. And 2 punts for Logan Cook. Alright, the Bills beat the Titans' ass. Not shocking whatsoever, though. Mason Rudolph got the start, and don't look like he did the best, but the Titans are just bad, so I probably would have expected it. Tony Pollard had a nice day. Okonkwo had a nice day. 4 people over 30 yards each for receiving. That's good, I guess. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine with the only touchdown. 3 fumbles for Mason Rudolph. Okay. 7 tackles for Murray. 1 sack for Key. That's all. No picks. 4 points for Folk. 5 punts for Stonehouse. And the Bills. Josh Allen cooked. Ray Davis cooked. James Cook, I mean, he had a touchdown, but I mean, that's about it. Keon Coleman, amazing game. Amari Cooper's first catch with the Bills was a touchdown, so please don't do that to us next week, or I guess this week. Khalil Shakir had a nice day. Kincaid had a nice day, but he fumbled, and Bernard picked up a fumble. 10 tackles for Dorian Williams. Half a sack for Rasu and Smoot. A full sack for Epineza. A sack for Daquan Jones. 3 on the day. Damar Hamlin, another interception. All right, buddy. There you go. 10 points for Tyler Bass and 5 punts for Sam Martin. At the Packers, new kicker, game-winning field goal against the Texans. Stroud, what in the hell? Joe Mixon was the sole reason why you guys were in this game, it looks like. I'm like, Stroud, what the I don't even want to know. I mean, Schultz was the leading guy with 1 catch for 28 yards. I'm hearing that Stephon Diggs is in more just pissy piss fits. I'm not surprised if it actually is true, because that's just who he is. MJ Stewart picked up a fumble, 9 tackles for Hewitt, a sack for Settle, a sack for Hunter, a sack for Anderson, and that's all. Hewitt and Bullock with interceptions. 10 points for Fairbairn. He was also, I guess, another big reason why you guys didn't get your asses handed to you in this game. 6 punts for Tommy Townsend. And now the Packers. Jordan Love erased these 2 interceptions. That's a great day for him. Josh Jacobs led the guys with 76 rushing yards. Pretty much the only good rushing for the Packers, because just look at this. Okay. Romeo Doubs, 94 yards. Wicks, 48 and a touchdown. Kraft, 33 and a touchdown. And Josh Jacobs got his first career receiving touchdown after like 211 catches without one. So, congratulations. That streak is no more, because I don't know if that streak you want to have ever. Valentine lost a fumble. 9 tackles for Williams. 2 sacks for Wilson. A sack for McKinney. And a sack for Gary. Gotta get you some interceptions again, McKinney, but just not off my Pookie Bear Stroud. You can go back to picking off people this week, though. And that's all for the sacks. No picks. 6 points for McManus, including the game-winning field goal, and 5 punts for Whelan. Saquon Barkley got his revenge on the Giants. The Eagles kicked the shit out of the Giants. Not surprising at all. Jalen Hurts did literally nothing, besides have, I guess, 2 rushing touchdowns, which I'm sure were tush pushes, but his passing touchdown on the 4th down for 41 yards to A.J. Brown, that was actually a really nice throw and catch. Saquon beat up the Giants. A.J. Brown had a nice game, and then outside of that, nothing for receiving. Like, 1 catch for -2 yards for Devontae Smith. What the hell? No fumbles, 11 tackles for Dean, and 2 sacks. 2 sacks for Carter. 1 sack for Nolan Smith. 1 sack for Bryce Huff. Hey, he's going alive. 1 sack for Sweat. 1 sack for Hunt. 8 sacks on the day. No wonder the Giants got 3 points. No interceptions, shockingly. 4 points for Jake Elliott and 8 punts for Braden Mann. And now the Giants, who got, Daniel Jones got benched for Drew Lock, and then Drew Lock did nothing. Wow, Danny. Looking great. Yeah, we really lost to this team. Again, it's looking worse by the week on how we lost to this team. Anyways, the rushing did absolutely nothing. Malik Neighbors was, I guess, the only Giant that showed up this week. Drew Lock lost fumbled twice, didn't lose any of them, but fumbled twice. What the hell? 9 tackles for Newbin, 2 sacks for Sexy Dexy, a sack for Brian Burns, a sack for Tomon Fox, a sack for Azizo Jalari. I mean, their defense got them 5 sacks, but their offense just gave them one of these for the whole game. No picks. 3 points for Greg Joseph and 11 punts for 517 yards for Matt Hack. The Vikings are no longer undefeated. The Lions got a game-winning field goal on them in the bank to go to 5-1. Jared Goff, have yourself a day, Jared Goff. 3 incompletions, 2 touchdowns, and Jahmyr Gibbs kicked the shit out of the Vikings as well. Good God. Same with St. Brown, but that's just expected. Jahmyr Gibbs had a productive receiving day as well, and Khalif Raymond with a touchdown. Can you guys use Sam Laporta a little more, please? I have so many cards of him. I want to sell them sometime. 2 fumbles for Goff, didn't lose any of them. 8 tackles for Anzalone, a sack for Rodriguez, Campbell, Nowaski, Pascal, and that's all. An interception for Brian Branch once again. That's like 3 in the last 2 games for him. That's insane, man. Jake Bates was 7 points, and the game-winning, 44-yard field goal? Pretty sure it was this one. And 4 punts for Jack Fox. And now, the Vikings. Sam Darnold, he ain't do bad. Aaron Jones, he ain't do bad. Both had a touchdown each. Sam Darnold had an interception, not good. Justin Jefferson had a good game. What else do we expect out of him? Naylor was productive. Jordan Addison had a 51-yarder. And Ivan Pace picked up a fumble and had 10 tackles plus a sack. 2 sacks for Van Ginkel. A sack for Grenard. And that's all. No interceptions. 11 points for Ricard. And 3 punts for Ryan Wright. Fun fact, the Lions won this game while giving up 2 separate 11-point leads. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Quoted from Kirk Cousins. Yeah, I agree, Kirk. We beat the shit out of you guys. Geno Smith cooked. Goddamn, Jackson Smith and Jigba threw a pass to DK, who please don't have a season-ending injury. Kenneth Walker, happy birthday to you, man. Got 2 touchdowns for you. That's what we like to see. DK Metcalf cooked. He also showed AJ Terrell how strong he is by one hand blocking him. Probably was a hold. They didn't call it, so it wasn't a hold. Noah Fant had a productive day. Lockett had a nice day. Yep. Walker had a receiving touchdown. Jackson Smith, I wish we would actually give him the ball more. That's fine. Geno fumbled once. Recovered it. Derek Hall recovered a fumble and took it to the end zone after Boye Mafe stripped it from Kirk. Kobe Bryant, 11 tackles and an interception. His first career interception. He would have had like 3 in his career, but 2 of them were took away from him in 2022 from flags. Leonard Williams with the sack. Boye Mafe with the sack. Draymond Jones with a sack. Interception for Julian Love and Kobe Bryant. 10 points for Jason Myers. 4 punts for Michael Dixon. Kirk Cousins. He actually didn't look the worst. 2 ugly interceptions, though. Bijan, he wrecked us. Our rushing defense still sucks. Kyle Pitts, I expected him to cook us because we don't know how to cover a tight end. Drake London had a nice day. Mooney had a nice day. Robinson was efficient in the receiving game. Kirk Cousins lost a fumble. Caden Ellis with 9 tackles. Only 1 sack, and it came from James Smith-Williams. No interceptions. 2 points for Koo. 3 punts for Bradley Pinion. I'd also like to say we had 2 practice squad corners in this game, and our second string corner on Sunday was a 5th-round pick. It's embarrassing, Falcons. You have this loaded offense. You had the chance to belittle and embarrass our defense through passing, but you didn't. Once again, walk in your trap, take over your trap. You and your Coles Cash Kirk. The Bengals finally beat the Browns at home 21-14. Joe Burrow got his second win against the Browns. Threw 2 touchdowns, not a lot of passing yards. Chase Brown was the leading guy. What the hell is this stat line from Zach Moss? Seriously. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase cooked. And the other touchdown came from Charlie Jones on the opening kickoff, so hell yeah. 13 tackles, 10 tackles for Pratt Wilson. 1 sack for Hubbard, 2 for Hendrickson, 1 for Rankings, totaling it at 4. An interception for Geno Stone and Sam Hubbard. I don't even know. At the opening kickoff, he took it 100 yards for a touchdown. 3 points for McPherson, 8 punts for Recknow. Alright. Deshaun Watson. Yep, it was a season-ending injury for him. I mean, you know how I feel about him. But, I mean, I do feel bad, but at the same time, karma, I guess. I guess he was also doing pretty good before his injury, so I guess it's unfortunate. But, call me an asshole, I guess, but I don't feel a lot of sympathy. I don't feel bad a lot. Yeah, I do feel bad. It sucks for his family and it sucks for him. But dude's a weirdo. Kind of had it coming for him. And I would hope that they start Jameis Winston going forward because Dorian Thompson-Robinson sucks. And he was somehow the leading rusher. Nick Chubb, he came back and rushed for a touchdown. Hell yeah, man. Comeback player of the year because Aaron Rodgers sucks. Cedric Tillman was the leading guy with 81 yards, and Njoku had 76 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Atkins, 42 more with 41. Their first game without Amari Cooper, I mean, he didn't do a lot this year so far, so, I mean, it's not much different. Robinson fumbled and Batonio picked it up. JOK was 7 tackles, half a sack for McGuire, a full sack for Harris and Smith, and then half a sack for Hurst. No interceptions, not 1 point from Dustin Hopkins, and 7 punts for Corey Bojorquez. I think that's how you say his last name. The Colts have a winning record, and I don't even know what to say about them. But the Dolphins just suck. So bad. Tyler Huntley and Tim Boyle are some ass of the league in quarterbacks. I mean, Huntley threw a touchdown, I guess. And Boyle didn't look, I guess, like how he normally would. The rushing, it was good between your top 2 guys. Jonnu Smith was 7 for 96 and a touchdown, then a huge drop-off. He was literally your whole receiving offense. And Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle combined had 2 catches for 19 yards. What the? Mostert lost a fumble. Poyer with 8 tackles. They didn't get 1 sack. Not an interception either. That would explain why they lost. 4 punts for Sanders, 6 punts for Bailey. Alright. Anthony Richardson didn't do anything. He led the team in rushing though. Goodson got the touchdown. Pittman led with 3 for 63, then a big drop off again. Richardson lost a fumble, so he really is back. Alright. 19 tackles for Stewart. 16 tackles for Zaire Franklin. Holy shit. A sack for Carles. A sack for Latu Latu. Hey, nice. No interceptions. Matt Gay with 10 points and 7 punts for Sanchez. I feel bad for anyone that actually watched this game start to finish because that's like torturing yourself. Why would you do that? The Panthers lost to Marcus Mariota in 2024. Was that on anyone's 2024 bingo card? Not on mine, that's for damn sure. Alright, the Panthers. I don't even know where to go with them anymore. They're just. What can we say about them that hasn't been said yet? Chuba Hubbard is literally this whole team this year. Jatavion Sanders, I don't even know who that is, led your team in receiving. And then, once again, another big drop-off. Blackshear fumbled. Chow Smith-Wade, former Cougar elite. Actually, he's not elite. He sucked on the Cougars. 8 tackles, though. 1 sack for Charles Harris. No picks. 1 whole point for Pinheiro and 5 punts for Hecker. We hope Jayden Daniels is alright. But if he isn't alright and if he misses a few games, I gotta watch the Panthers. But Marcus Mariota, he's known for not being good. He looked good. Whoever they play next week depends on who they play next week. Mariota could get the job done. Who knows? He looked good, like I said. Brian Robinson Jr. had a nice, productive day. Had a touchdown. Even without Jayden Daniels, McLaurin was still cooking. That's like his 14th freaking quarterback though throwing him footballs in his 5-year career. That's insanity. Zach Ertz might be one of the most productive tight ends this year. In 2024 as well. Was that on anyone's bingo card? Once again, not on mine. Ben Sinnett also had his first career touchdown. So, congratulations. Biadasz fumbled. Mariota picked it up. 7 tackles for Sanistrill. Sack for Frankie Luvu, the former Panther. And another former Cougar elite. A sack for Dante Fowler Jr. A pick 6 for Dante Fowler Jr. in 2024. Alright. And another interception, and it came from Emmanuel Forbes Jr., who people, including myself, still think are a bust, probably. 16 points for Seibert. Panthers. The Redskins kicker had double your points. Jesus, man. 1 punt for Tressway as well. Tressway has got to be the least, played starter in football this year. The Commandos don't punt a lot this year. It's awesome. The Rams win the snooze fest of the week, 20-15 against the Raiders. O'Connell has a broken thumb, and he's going to be out, I think, for a month, I read. So Minshew came in, and he did nothing. Okay. Alexander Mattison led the guys with 92 yards. Brock Bowers, the most consistent tight end in football, with 10 for 93. Minshew lost a fumble. 4 turnovers for Gardner Minshew. Oh my god, dude. 7 tackles for Polamalu. 1 sack for Max Crosby, of course. And that's all. Dang, Spillane wasn't the top tackler. That's unusual. An interception for Nate Hobbs. All 15 points came from Daniel Carlson. Okay. And 4 punts for Cole. And now for the Rams. Matt Stafford didn't do anything either. It was the Kyron Williams show. Tyler Johnson, 57 yards. Tutu with 51. I think they get cut back for this Thursday against the Vikings. So that's nice, I guess. Cam McCroll had a fumble recovery for a touchdown, I think. Don't fact check me. Or maybe fact check me. I don't even know if I'm right. 9 tackles for Lake and Reeder. A sack for Hocht. A sack for Durant. And that's all. 2 interceptions for McCullough. And an interception for Kobe Durant. 2 points for Cardi. And 6 punts for Ethan Evans. And then there was one. The Chiefs are the only remaining undefeated team after beating the Niners in the Super Bowl rematch 28-18. I don't get why I bother picking the Niners against the Chiefs. They can't beat them. I mean, we can't beat the Niners either, but yeah, whatever. Mahomes, he didn't even play good, besides the 2 rushing plays he had towards the end of the first half. Juked a man and then trucked a man. Kareem Hunt still doesn't look like he's lost any gas playing for the Chiefs. McCole Hardman also had a rushing touchdown. Noah Gray with 66 yards. And then another big drop-off. No fumbles of any sort. 9 tackles for Justin Reid. A sack for Carl Loftus. And Justin Reid, Wallace, and Jaden Hicks of another Cougar Elite. They all got interceptions. I'm happy for my boy Jaden Hicks. God, I wish you were a Seattle. Ugh, whatever. 4 points for Butker, 3 punts for Ariza. Alright, Brock Purdy. Probably going to start looking like this for the whole year without his superstar filled offense. Now we can actually see how good of a quarterback Brock Purdy is. Jordan Mason, he did like nothing besides a 26-yard rush. Brock Purdy had 2 rushing touchdowns. George Kittle, another top consistent tight end this year with 92 yards and then another big drop-off. Brandon Ayuk has torn Achilles, I think. He's going to be done for the season. Ricky Pearsall, welcome to the NFL. You're going to be the man of that receiving offense besides Kittle for a while. Pretty sure that Debo is also hurt. Or maybe fact check me on that. I honestly don't know. Garendo fumbled. 12 tackles for Mustafa. A sack for Leonard Floyd. Half a sack for Collins and Bosa. And that's all. An interception for Lenore and Davis. 6 points for Anders Carlson. And 4 punts for Mitch Wishnowski. Alright, let Russ cook. Alright, Jets. Not okay. I was right when I said you guys weren't going to be anything special this year. So far, I am right. Aaron Rodgers didn't do a lot. I mean, he threw a touchdown. Had 2 ugly interceptions to the same person. Breece Hall had a touchdown. Outside of that, he did nothing. Never mind. He actually led the guys in receiving with 103 yards. Bite my tongue on that. 61 yards for Wilson. 58 for Lazard. 3 for 30 for Devontae Adams. Tyler Conklin, 4 for 7 and a touchdown. What a stat line. Wonder if Devontae Adams is already requesting a trade. I'm joking about that. 2 fumbles for Xavier Gibson on, punt returns. Yeah, he was having an issue with that. 9 tackles for Sherwood. A sack for Will McDonald, who I'm pretty sure has 8 now on the year, if I heard that right on the broadcast. He's having a good year, man. And that was the only sack. No picks. 1 point for Zerline, and he had, a kick blocked or something like that. I think 2 blocked, actually. Nope, it was 1 because the other one was took away due to a flag. And it caused a lot of controversy. 4 punts for Morstead. Alright, Steelers. You got your quarterback of the future. For 2 more games, I would say. Russ cooked 3 total touchdowns. 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. Najee Harris, another great game from him. George Pickens had a lot of good catches from Russell Wilson. 1 in the end zone, 1 on a 44-yarder where he just straight up mossed that corner. Whoever it was, Freiermuth, 51 yards. Van Jefferson with a touchdown, no fumbles. 10 tackles for Peyton Wilson. A sack for Larry Ogunjobi, and that's all. 2 interceptions for Beanie Bishop Jr. What a name. 13 points for Boswell. 4 punts for Waitman. Man, Russ. Seeing Russell Wilson throw moonballs and them actually be completed, it made me so happy to see it. We got to see vintage Russell Wilson for the night. I couldn't have been more happy for it. I hope that it wasn't a fluke, and I hope if he gets to start more games, he looks like Seattle Russ, because it just makes me so happy to see my childhood get shit on so much by the media for the past 2 years. even though most of it wasn't his fault. They didn't succeed in Denver. And I was first start in Pittsburgh. He takes down the New York Jets. He takes down Aaron Rodgers with his teammate Davante Adams back. F you, Jets, and f you, Russell Wilson haters. Well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you'll never miss an upload. I will see you in the next video. Go Hawks!